Hi, this is Nick with ThemeCourt.com. Today I'm going to show you how to install CUtheme for WordPress. First thing you do is you download a zip file from ThemeCourt.com. Then inside you'll see the database and the source files, the WordPress credentials to sign in for the admins, admin, and admin by default. You may want to change that once it's installed. So for this theme, first thing you do is you create a database. Go to databases. Alright, we're going to create a database. It's going to be CU123. Want to write that down. Okay, then you want to create a database user. Alright, you want to remember the username and password. Next thing you want to do is you want to assign a user to the database. Then you want to assign all privileges. Go back. Alright, the next thing you want to do is create a subdomain in this case, because we want to upload the files to the subdomain. The actual root's already taken, the main domain. So if you want to upload this to your root, then you don't have to create a subdomain. You just upload it after the public underscore HTML. But in this case, we're going to create a subdomain. So we go to subdomain, go to subdomains. Let's call this one CU123. Alright, so once that's created, then we're ready to upload the files that came with ThemeCourt.com right here. If you see, and you extract what came with the zip file, you'll see the database, documentation on how to do this as well, and here are the actual files. So all we have to do is upload the files and import the database, connect to strings, and finish by updating the URLs. So let's do one step at a time. Let's go to File Manager. Let's find the subdomain that we created, and if you want to do your actual domain, you just double click on Publication More, HTML, and just takes you all the websites you have here, and you just got to find the one we just did, CU123. Alright, and you have to delete these files because this is what came automatically from Bluehost, so you delete those. Then you upload the zip file that came with ThemeCourt. And if you upload a zip file, it's a lot faster than if you upload it through FileZilla. If your hosting doesn't let you file or upload a zip file and extract it, then you could just upload all the files individually using FileZilla. We just have to get them in there as quickly as possible, and the zip file is super fast. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner, you see it's already uploaded, and there you go. So now you go back here, and let's go back to CU123. Okay, so you extract this. Now you're extracting all the files that were in there. Good. And you go here, and there it is. Everything's extracted except you don't want to have your database in there, and you don't want to have the actual zip file unless you absolutely want to. Alright, once that's there, then we just have to now connect the database strings in there, but first we have to import the database into the database that you created. So the database dump, the SQL file, goes into the database. So let's go back to Bluehost. Alright, and you want to go to PHP MyAdmin. Here, I've been to it before, but you could find it here somewhere. So you just go to PHP MyAdmin. Okay, you go in there, and you want to import the .sql file that came with ThemeCourt. So here's the database you created. Click on it. Alright, then you go to import, you choose the file, we just have to find the actual file, so let's extract it so we can get to it. There it is right there, so just go back here, let's find it in here, or is it desktop? Here it is. So there it is right there, you're importing that into your database, click go. Alright, so now once that's done, then your database is good. Now we just have to connect the strings. So go back to your file editor, and you want to go to WP config right here, and let's edit that. Okay, and 1, 2, and 3 right here is where you need to connect to database strings, and sometimes you might have to change here. If you have GoDaddy and you need a host name, then you change it here, but most of the time you do 1, 2, and 3 here, the database name, database username, and the password. So write those down. So there it is, and it's the same as the username and your password. Alright, save changes. Alright, so if you go to your website, CUtheme123.nextpages.com, you can see that everything is good to go. The only thing is we have to tell WordPress that we're using this particular domain. So all you have to do is Google update URLs WordPress, and in the WordPress codex you can see that changing URL is pretty popular here. Here's the first option, and I like to do the functions.php. You just put this in the first line. You have to remember to take it off once you're done. So you just got to get your functions.php and add that. So let's close this. Let's go to WP content, themes, CUtheme, and in the functions.php you want to edit that. And after the first line, you just paste those 2 lines. You just have to make sure that your URLs are right here. Oops, yep, so you just gotta go like that. You don't have to put a dash at the end, so you just want to make sure that's good there, and this is good here. Once these 2 things are there, you press save. Alright, and now you should be able to log in by going to /wp-admin, and it stays that you're all good. So by default it's admin. Alright, and then once you're in here, you're pretty much good to go. Everything should be working perfectly. If you have any questions, you can ask Nick at nextpages.com, and there is your amazing credit union website. And don't forget, at the end you have to take off these 2 lines, press save, and you're good to go. So let's sign out here, go back to your credit union website, and there you go. That's CUtheme for WordPress. Thank you for using themecourt.com.